Yes, hello, bonjour. I'm making video direct from Ottawa, my new home here. Uh, I just wanted to talk about the process of moving. Uh, First of all, exploring the different cities around the world. In Europe, especially, I wanted to go, but then I realized I can't do it because it costs too much money. So going back local, I was hesitating between Ottawa or Halifax. First of all, looking for the cheaper place to live, looking for cleaner air, for uh, slower paced, quieter, and less dense population. So just looking for quiet and calm. And Ottawa fit a lot of the criterias. And somebody on the forum of Reddit said this is the perfect INFP city. I'm INFP. So it's a good city for introverted people and just getting out of the chaos of Toronto that I felt that I was experiencing. There's overwhelm, and it's mostly the housing that was the problem. So I don't have that problem anymore here now because the housing here is a lot better. I don't have a couch or a sofa, but I have three. I have the so it's so nice here. So the house is really like a very big improvement. I still have the running trail right in front of here. There's I live pretty much in the downtown of Ottawa, so I'm close to I'm close to in proximity to the everything that I need. So, uh, and I was also looking into Quebec City. Quebec City is a little bit cheaper, but otherwise similar to Quebec. And I was looking for French language. So I just wanted to be able to talk French whenever I want, when I'm dealing with everything, the daily life. And in Toronto, there's not that option, so that was important for me. That's something that I realized. Uh, the thing that was interesting for me in Halifax was the Halifax Circus. I just wanted to go back to circus and the ocean because the proximity to the ocean, the friendliness, also the sense of community. So those were the things that made Halifax more interesting, and moderate climate. Here is more cold, and but I'm used to it because it's similar climate to Quebec. Uh, Overall, Ottawa was fitting pretty well a lot of the criterias that I was looking for. So and it's also close. So it's a 4 hour, 5 hour bus trip. It's a 5 hour bus trip from Toronto. So that made it possible, in my opinions. That oh yeah, I could do that. It's not something that's unrealistic. So I started to looking for a job online on the job websites. I started to look for apartments on on Kijiji, Facebook Marketplace. I found a lot of apartments. This one I found also was one of the best ones that I thought, oh wow, this is really nice, and the price is pretty good. It's really well situated. I had a handful of these apartments to visit, and that I selected. A lot of them, okay, they were taken, so I couldn't. Some of them they required me to have a job, and but I did find a job here, and that was the winning combination. So I can just show up for the training. So I showed up for the training for the weekend. I learned that I was hired. That meant that I'm coming back and I'm gonna live in the backpackers. So I'm gonna sleep in the Utah hostel, and I slept there for 2 weeks. They had the breakfast included, so that means basically I'm only eating one meal a day, and it's not gonna cost me anything. Uh, so I worked for 1 week at that new job. I ended up I ended up not keeping the job, but I probably should have. But that meant that I'm getting a little extra money. That's all that it took for me to stabilize, and I really didn't know if I was gonna stay here. I thought this is not working. When I heard that I'm not gonna continue to work, or this job is not it's not a good job, because they had a lot of negative reviews online, and almost everybody was saying that keep away from that company. That's not a serious place, and it's a terrible scammy and all that. But I did get my check, and some people exceptionally are saying that this place is a good place for students or part-time work. So ended up having $500 extra because of that job. That meant that I could do the next steps. But meanwhile, I was looking for other options. How am I going to make this happen? And the city was one of those things that make me feel like, oh, maybe they can help me here. So Service Canada, and then City Hall, ODSP. ODSP. The thing is, with Ontario, they're less strict with ODSP. So in Quebec, I was not recognized as having a mental illness. As in Ontario, all I need is a letter from my psychologist to tell me that what my problem is, uh, maladaptive traits, and so I got a letter. They accepted me on ODSP. This means an increase in my income. So Ottawa is the same system as Toronto, so it's still Ontario. So I'm not gonna be changing my salary. So I get my address transferred, and I'm expecting the same amount of money. That was the 27th of February 2024. The 28th, I'm expecting my paycheck, or the 29th, as usual. And the housing here is the same price as what I'm paying over there. So it just makes it possible that I could do this, and internet is included, laundries in the home is free. So I'm the result is I think I'm gonna get a little bit less at the end of the month. That means I need to go to the food banks more often for groceries, but my basic needs are paid. All I need is I'm not using the transportation. I'm paying for $25 for my telephone. My internet is included, so I'm not paying anything there. My laundry is included. I'm not paying anything there. So the groceries were the big thing that was spending 600 minimum on when I was in Toronto. And here, if I get the extra help from food banks and free meals, I can manage. I think I'm gonna get approximately $300 less than what I was getting in Toronto because of the subsidy that I don't have here. Uh, but anyway, the process was like an artistic process. It was I don't really know where I'm going. I'm stepping forward and brainstorming next steps with possibilities that I can do, testing it out. Okay, this works. This not so much. This is okay, and I move forward in that. Uh, but I really didn't know if it was if it was gonna work before I set out to do it. I just had an idea. Just thought maybe this is gonna work. I'm gonna actually make the move and start doing it. And once I'm in the process of doing it, I'm gonna see what's available. And it turned out that it worked. It's not exactly according to plan because the job didn't work, but I still got the apartment at fine. It's fine. It's pretty much what I was expecting or looking for. It's actually pretty good. So, and I got to discover Ottawa to tour, and so I've officially moved, and I had to do some back and forth to go back, doing some bus trips. 5 hours to go, 5 hours to come back, and bring a lot of baggage, a lot of luggage that's super heavy. So that was a very big pain in the butt. It's really difficult to do. I would recommend that to anybody because it's very hard to do. But I did. I carried it all by myself. The other option was just to hire movers, but that I can't. I don't have the budget. That cost me more than $1,000. So I did it all by myself. That meant having to trash a lot of things, having to give away a lot of things, and now just bringing everything to Valley Village. The plants left there, I can't bring much, so I brought the basics, the things that are important. I still brought pretty much a lot of things, but not everything. So I had to get rid of things that are important still, which is a difficult thing. It's a difficult process to get rid of things that you care about. So, uh, but now I closed the whole thing. I gave my keys back, and I closed even my internet connection over there. So everything is. I'm no longer in Toronto. Everything is closed. I said bye to everybody. There's nothing left for me there. I probably won't never go back there anymore in my life, which was a good thing because super chaotic. And uh, so now I'm settled and I have arrived in this new place, and took time a little bit to explore. I still don't have any money, but now it's a matter of getting settled, I guess. And for the next steps, I have I have the same things that are happening here than they were happening in Toronto. So the same to-do lists, my guitars, my yoga practice, my running outside, looking for a job. Right now, I'm filling out a grant with the Canada Council, and I I presented the idea that I wanted to go to Halifax Circus to do more training in circus, and this fits the person that was working there said that that fits the profile of what they're looking for to give the grant. It's I think $10,000 the maximum that they can give to help me with this project. So that would mean paying the train, paying the place where I live, the classes there because they're not free. They're like $25 per class. So hopefully that'll work out. That would mean that I'm gonna take the plane for the first time and really up my game in in my craft and be able to present. Hopefully, when I come back from there, I would be able to present something on the street, in the festivals, and in the venues, yeah, and maybe teach. So that's where I'm going now with my goals. But I already have my drafting table here, so I can do my art here. And so yeah, that's it. That's it. So nothing has changed for socially. I have my online groups, social groups, and I think I'm gonna get connected with the people here. So it's not so much a big change, except for the very much improvement of the quality of housing. I'm also sharing the space with other people. There's three people in this house. Uh, Maybe I should share a little secret that this place. I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't share the secret. I don't even know if I should be sharing this because it's kind of an intimate process. Uh, yeah, so I'll leave it at that. Okay, thank you. Bye.